if you're in the waiting room. Oh, she's in general. Okay, I'll drag you in. Welcome back to the show, Lane. How you doing?
Hello. I just want to say I find it really... Hello. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I can tell. It sounds like you have a little pep in your step.
Well, I wanted to say I find it really pathetic that he's resorting to, it's trannies, it's animal abusers, it's pedophiles. This is a group of like mainly white women.
Well, despite, I have some brown women too, but I like white women myself. I got a couple white children.
It doesn't look good if there's a bunch of white women who hate him because he's a pedophile. So he has to turn around and say, oh, no, they're pedophiles, they're animal torturers. And it's all just cope.
Yeah,
it's all just...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going.
It's all just an awful lot of cope because he cannot tolerate the fact that actual quality white women would never support him or his pedophile user base. And he can't tolerate that. So he has to lie and he has to say that it's animal abusers, it's animal torturers, it's hecking pedophiles, they're hecking CIs. And it's just like, take your meds, you BPD male.
Well, honestly, it could be, a lot of people don't like Josh Moon. I know that might be breaking news. To some folks, you know what I mean? Like it could be white women, it could be them, and like 15 other different groups, right? And especially since he's put out all these red flags, anybody wanting to jump on his fucking neck right now would probably be a good time to do it, right? So I'll ask you this because I am looking at Gun Chat right now. They do have it; they got it back up tonight somehow, and so not as broken dick, but they got the website back up. And Sprayed Header, who actually I'd say get along with. I've not had too many problems with. I would say they're more reasonable than most of the Kiwi folk.
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you. Elaine is a bad idea, Ralph. I'm telling you. Well, I know some other people probably tell me that too. She's calling in. She's a caller, right?
Mama J.
Wait. Hold on. I swear I'll play both those songs. I swear, Mama JF. Please hold on one sec. Thank you, by the way. But I just want to be fair. We'll ask the question. I'll let you answer this.
Okay.
She is point blank involved in swatting and CSAM distribution, provably so. I can name the women who are involved in this group. All of them are directly, personally, knowingly involved in CSAM distribution. Now, to me, that sounds unlikely, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I have never been involved in CSAM distribution. People could argue that I've been involved in relation to swatting. At least that could be argued. But I would happily let all law enforcement check all of my devices because I have never been involved in that and never will be. There has never been CSAM posted in that Telegram channel ever. So I don't know where that's coming from, and it just seems like baseless, like slander, just to make anyone who doesn't like the fat pedophile and his user base look bad.
Yeah, I have not heard that allegation at all, but I did want to be fair, give you a chance to address it because I saw.
I understand he does not like me, and he doesn't have to like me, but I mean, it's pretty clear to anyone that I am not supportive of pedophiles. So I've always found that particular accusation to just be completely baseless. But then again, they aren't the smartest.
Well, it raised him being he's not usually in Gun Chat, and I think he came in just because he saw that you called it. And he figured,
of course, he's obsessed. Hello, Sprayty.
Yeah,
hello, Sprayty.
But I figured I would, I'd ask what he said, and unless you answer that. But what do you think of the odds? Can you use Cloudflare, by the way? Let me ask you that.
Oh, I can use Cloudflare, yeah.
Okay, so can I.
I've used Cloudflare.
I can too. Okay, so we both can use Cloudflare. That's pretty cool. Now, let me ask you this. What would you put the odds? The last caller said I was generous, giving him 50-50 odds. What would you give him?
On surviving?
Yeah, keeping the website going. Yeah.
Mom.
What odds?
Oh, 0. I'm just gonna no further comment. 0.
Well, what's funny Absolutely is I know 0. Some people who don't like you, who also don't like Josh Moon. I know a lot more than I I can say I'm not involved with any of the DDoSing things or anything like that. I just know that there's a groundswell of folk who want to see him gone, who want to see Kiwi Farms gone, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So
I think for people Spraigheader is honestly embarrassing himself even associating with this pedophile on his website. If he's truly anti-child exploitation, then he shouldn't really be on Kiwi Farms. That's never. I mean, they host a thread on your toddler, Ralph.
They do, yes. 2 actually on both my kids. Yeah.
Yeah. These are people who, even if you take away everything that I've said and everything that they've done to me, because I guess they could argue it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, even if you take away me entirely, they host multiple threads on kids. That's like public information. And he's out here being like, anyone who criticizes this website is a pedophile. What about the people who are happy scrolling alongside threads on toddlers?
Yeah,
I find that real interesting.
I could ask Sprite that if he's willing to answer. Is he in favor? Does he think that's cool that they set up threads on my children before they were born and still have open threads on a 5-year-old little boy and a 4-year-old little girl? Does he think that's cool? Does he think that that's something that I shouldn't be celebrating their possible death? Right, not literal death of people, but their website. Does he support that?
And Spraite's his argument would be that, oh, well, you should go after the one of users that post it. But Josh has, from the start, from the time that those threads were posted, has had the ability to delete it because it's content on minors. But instead, he has chosen to keep it up because he hates you so much he's willing to exploit children.
Well, he at least one of the threads, and I don't know about my daughters, but he specifically asked for a thread on my son before he was born. Then it was created. Like
anyone who's involved in that is a weirdo. Like they're a fucking weirdo. And the other thing is, Maria, let's talk about Little Drip. I mean, they are claiming it's a failed dox, and even if that was true, why was he associated with a woman and at any point that said she was attracted to 9-year-olds? I feel like that's a fair question to ask. And Sprite can't answer that one. We're all meant to just forget that he said all this pedo shit on Blocklands. Why? Why are we rewriting history as if he isn't a pedophile and hasn't admitted it himself?
Well, yeah, and you can go to snark.vegas and it's all, there for anybody who wants to see it. Look, Sprite, until you answer my question, I'm not reading out anything else. No disrespect, really, but until you answer my question about my kids and what Josh himself actively called for threads on my children, then you're not getting any more airtime on my show. No disrespect, but that's just how I roll until you answer my question. Are you cool with that? Are you cool with what Josh has done to my children? If not,
yeah, and even taking me out the equation, he has done this to so many people. I mean, he's hosted images of trannies before and after surgery, where he says it's okay to host CP because he's documenting their tranny shit or whatever. There are so many cases of this, so many instances of this, and not to mention that Kiwi Farms had an entire section dedicated to animal torture content, and
that's true, and the files are hosted on the site.
Yeah, exactly.
Now their excuse is, I want to play devil's advocate for Kiwi Farm. Their excuse is, well, it's there just to document, evidence and to show what's going on with these people and. I don't know. That's their excuse, right? It's there.
And it's not legal to host anywhere. It's not legal.
That's right. It's illegal to host that anyway. Yeah, but
he claims it's just illegal in Oregon. That is illegal in every state. And it's just, there's just so much stuff with him that I feel like anyone that's still supporting the website could be argued to be supporting and facilitating his criminal activity. That's just my opinion, though.
I've said that too, actually.
Yeah.
By the way, Sprite did not answer that question.
Of course not.
He didn't. Of course he didn't. He didn't, and he does. I mean, I would imagine he's probably not supportive of it, but he won't say that because he don't want to get on the wrong side of these fucking crazy faggots. And so, like I said, if you can answer that question, I'll give you some more questions here, but I don't think you will. So anyway, I hope you have a good weekend, Sprite. But so you're saying 0% chance.
0%.
I also saw somebody in chat said ask you about Hujan.
Ask me about Hujan. Oh,
Yeah.
Hujan is a complete faggot.
Gail Gribble 69 sent $5 on Rumble.
So with Hujan,
Elaine,
this is
thoughts on
genuinely
Mateo Coors' latest
okay. I know a
shots
lot of
across the
people have been
bow?
wanting me to go at him. I just haven't had the opportunity. So here it is. He used to talk to me normally in DMs. We would talk about like memes, like literally that's all we spoke about, making memes and like his little art and stuff. And I would send him voicemails, but it would literally be about like, hey, when's the next Metica meme coming out? And then one day I just get like tagged in something where he's saying that I'm obsessed with him and that I think he's my boyfriend. And I'm like, that's crazy considering post the chats then. And he refused to do that and then continued to schizo out over me for the next like year. He's still doing it now.
Well, that's why he flipped out on me because I responded to you on Twitter. You tweeted something at me. I think it was about Kiwi Farms, actually. And I responded. And, of course, I have good friends who don't like you, quite frankly.
No, I get that. I respect their opinion.
Yeah, and so, like, they might not like it or whatever either. But, some of my friends don't like my other people I'm friendly with, whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. Hujan's a fucking nutcase. And that's why he flipped out on me. Yeah, so.
Raven, his ex, used to, and I'm not talking about the like weird stuff that King of Pole was involved in. But Raven specifically, like Hujan's ex, she used to send me paragraphs upon paragraphs of just like complete incoherent schizophrenic ramblings. And it got to a point where after the like 7th paragraph in the hour, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can reply to any of this because I don't even know what I'm reading. And I would just leave her on read. And then I hear she's out here saying I'm obsessed with her and her boyfriend Hujan. And I'm like, well, first of all, I feel like their entire relationship was fake. And it was cope. And they're both nutcases.
Now, by the way,
I'm just gonna say it.
Well, I do like Raven. I think she's cool.
She's a lot better than he is.
I like Raven. I want to say I've always been cool with her. She's always been very nice to me. See the crossing webs here. I actually like Raven. She's been very nice to me.
I don't hate her.
Right. So I just want to throw that out there.
During that time, she probably was going through some shit. I would be too if I was dating Hujan.
Well, I think they spent like a couple weekends together or some shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know the whole deal there, but I know he was lying about them being together for like over a year or something.
Yeah, I mean, Hujan's possibly got one of the most like he's got no aura. Like he's auraless. He's
that's why he
literally
doesn't
the
stream.
Definition of zero.
That's why he doesn't host.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he doesn't host.
And the thing is, everyone's like to me, why don't I stream? I get flagged down by Kiwi Farms every time I try and do anything. And with Hujan, he has no excuse. He retains his account. Everyone's telling him to stream. And he for months was obsessing over me, and I was always like, if you think that I'm obsessed with you, why don't you leak our DMs? And he wouldn't do it. Then Godwinson hosted a Kinodrome that Hujan didn't show up to, right. Where he was meant to face me, and didn't. So I guess he's a pussy. He's scared of a woman, so. It'd be like that.
I did get a super chat. Let me ask you this. Elaine, thoughts on Medicare's latest shots across the bow? Now, again, Elaine mentioned, some of the things that they accused you of swatting or whatever. I, again, have never swatted anybody. Any conversations we've ever had, never talked about.
That's never happened.
Never happened, ever. I don't do that. I don't support that. I've been swatted over 10 times, including in front of the fucking Supreme Court of the United States. And by the fucking literal CIA, DHS, FBI drug me around the corner. I've had a fucking M16 pointed at my fucking head by police due to swatting. I could go on down the line, and so that's why I don't support that.
No, I understand
and I
that.
wouldn't support it anyway, but I don't do that. And Medicare, just because you've been on my show before and you haven't been on in a long time, and I don't think we talked privately in a long time. I've responded to a couple of your tweets, but yeah, I don't do that. But just thoughts on Medicare's comments.
My opinion is Metica is mentally ill, and he is obviously very hurt by the fact that he was trolled and fucked with relentlessly by a group, and his only cope against any of it is like, oh look, they're getting, by the way, they're getting like 1 to 4 years at most. And he thinks this is some sort of win. And so I just said something inflammatory, like a shit post at him, and I was like, oh, Jonah won. The people who fucked with you won. And he starts going off on one about how I'm a 764 pedophile or whatever the like line is that they say. And he also got trolled by someone who sent him a photo of a blonde horse girl and said it was me. And he used this as the cover for the whole stream on me. I'm not kidding. This is one of my friends was the one who sent him that. And throughout the entire stream, he got, I don't think I've laughed harder at a Metica stream. And it was the only time Jim has ever made me laugh because it was so ridiculous that I was just like howling for the whole time. I was like genuinely struggling. I was holding back tears of laughter. It was so ridiculous.
You know what made me laugh? You know what made me laugh is when he bent over for me last week. What in the world was that? And did you see that first?
I did, unfortunately. I mean, imagine the smell. First of all.
Would old Jim have ever done that? Like, he seems to have kind of lost his marbles a little bit. I don't disagree.
I think the funniest thing, where it all went downhill, I don't know if you remember this, Ralph, but this was about like 3 years ago now. It was when one of the first times I like called in. The only time that I'd heard of Jim, because I'm Gen Z. Jim wasn't a big thing for us. I didn't give a fuck. I don't care who this freak is. So I was always shocked that everyone was simping for this guy who looks like Slender Man and is an incel. And I said that. I was like, this guy literally looks like Slender Man. He's like an eternal true cell. Who would hit that? Oh, apparently a really obese Chinese cam girl would. I guess there's someone for everyone. And I just made fun of him because he looks like a Slender Man, and he does. He does look like Slender Man. And he turns around and he goes off on me based off of Sprite Header's fabricated Kiwi Farms posts about me. And I'm just like, man, it's like all the worst people in the world are just circle jerking each other. At least they have each other, eh? And since then, Jim has been schizoing out about me sort of every other week. In fact, I want to clarify something.
Sure.
They flagged me off Twitter, so I locked my account because they flagged me so many times that I knew my account was going to go down. I decided to sacrifice that account for the good of making fun of Little Drip in the end. But before that, I was on lockdown because I was like, if I lose my account now, that would be like a shame. Jim is like, she's hiding from me, and I'm like, don't worry, Slenderman, it's certainly not you. Honestly, Jim is the type of person that would be in like a looks maxing edit of like you need to looks maxing intro, like please looks max now or you'll look like him. Honestly, one of the most unattractive men I've ever seen in my life. And people are out here sending him money and simping for him, and it's like I feel secondhand embarrassment for all of those women who are chucking themselves at personification of Slender Man. Oh boy.
By the way, I'm trying to pull this up because I don't know, the image has not been, inside. I don't know about insiders, but people who've been around this sick fucking place long enough have seen Medicare's real face and understand why he doesn't show it.
Oh no.
Yeah, hold on. I'll show it in a second.
Dale Gribble 69 sent $5 on Rumble. Jim is grave maxing.
Grave maxing. And I'll
It gives me PTSD when I look at him. Genuinely,
I'll pull this
so
up, and I know there's a couple songs lined up, and I won't keep you all night, but I do want to pull this up. It wouldn't load. I have it in my Google Photos actually because it's so fucking funny. But I also have it on Imgur.
And he also confirmed that that's 100% him, because he only started seething at me as soon as I called him Slender Man and started making fun of him. And I noted that down, and I was like, oh, I guess he's really mad, and that must be his true and honest image.
True and honest. I like that you used that term there. Yeah, that's Jim. And so it's very understandable why he would not show his face. He's shown his house. He's shown all his decorations. He showed his fucking long-ass fucking fingernails. Yeah, his anime boulevard, his anime cave,
his meds,
his dirty socks. He bent over for the alpha male. No thank you, Jim. Yeah, he's shown everything else, but he doesn't show his face. And I wonder why. Actually,
I think he's a bit gay for you. I think you need to get a restraining order.
Somebody else actually...
Well, it's true.
They said, I think he's gay for you. And I'm like, I didn't...
I do. I think he wants some of the Ralpha mail.
No Ralpha seed for Jim. I will say that. But any further? Like, what else do you have to say here?
I think it's over for Josh. I think it's been over for Josh for a while. I think he will, he has to label people who don't like him as one of the following: trannies, that's always the favorite that he uses; pedophiles, because he knows what he is, and that's a projection. Animal torturers. This is one I find really funny, considering he has hosted an entire archive for animal torture content, by the way.
Yes.
And also, like, he'll say stuff like they're part of this group or they're part of that group. They're in Liz Fong Jones's circle. Nope, they're in Keffels' circle. They're in 764. And it's like, bro, just admit no one likes you, right? Like, if you're having to name this many groups, no one likes you. And you're the bullied kid at the table. And the only people around you are the loser, ugly kids of your website. Like, if this was high school, he would be surrounded by the, like, losers no one wants to hang out with, and that's what his website's become. But the grown-up version, and that's extra embarrassing. Like, he's in his 30s, and this is all he has to show for himself. Ew.
By the way, I see Sprite. He didn't answer my question. No more time. No more airtime for you, brother. So have
also, Little Drip, you're ugly. Little Drip, you're very ugly. I'm really sorry that I hurt your feelings. I know it must have been really difficult to see me looking like me when you look like you. I'm sorry that happened. You look like a horse. Now I know why you were so mad at me. I guess that sucks, Maria.
It sucks to suck, but it's good to be great. And thank you for being on the show tonight, Elaine. I hope you have a lovely weekend as well. I'm sorry the cup didn't come home.
I hope you did too.
But I hope you have a good weekend. Thank you.